Hey everybody, Zack Hudson here with Passing the Baton Leadership Resources. Have you ever had a problem or noticed how much you hold one of these in your hands on a daily basis? How much this controls your life? It happens, whether we know it or not sometimes. So today, we're going to talk about how to disconnect from the always-on culture. All right, so first thing that we've got to realize is that we are connected more than we think. All right, so Apple has put out an update recently, and other phones do the same thing, that tells you basically your weekly screen time. I'm always shocked at my level of screen time, and John is too, who co-hosts the podcast for me at Pass the Baton Leadership Podcast. This week, I've got a notice on my phone yesterday when my update came, and I'm thinking, yes, I've got it down lower. I felt good about it, and it actually had a 10% increase for 5 hours a day. 5 hours, which is just crazy because it doesn't feel like that I'm on the phone that much. But between texting, emails, work, downtime, it adds up, right? So making sure that you're really fully aware of that. So get out there, get some apps, make sure that it keeps track of what you're doing to really give you that self-awareness piece that we need in this area. All right, so the next thing is we've got to regain margin back in our lives. And I imagine that's what you're looking for today. So there's some options here that we'll give today that will cover just that. So the first thing is have a device-free zone and times in your house, whether you are a college student or you're an executive level leader in an organization. That's very important. For many families, they said, hey, if you sit down at the dinner table, no phones. And they have little baskets or something they set up for that. Other times, just like with my own daughter, we set up times where the phone cuts off. So once it hits that certain point in the day or that certain amount of time, screen time in a day, it basically bricks itself out, which is great because it forces her to get up and do other things, just as it forces us to have these conversations that we need to have as a family as well. The next thing is to carve out boundaries. So this could be boundaries with your boss. This could be boundaries with your significant other, of letting them know, okay, once it hits this time in the day, I'm offline. I can't be reached unless it's an emergency type of deal. And then you might need to establish what an emergency really constitutes, right? Because an emergency for you might be totally different for an emergency for someone else. And making sure you have clear communications there with that one. The third thing is to set goals to lowering that screen time. It's been a goal for John and I to lower our screen time. And it is a battle. We will tell you it is a battle to make that happen. But it's a good battle to have and one to shoot for as well. And that's really the reason why they started doing this kind of notifications in the first place, to help us get less addicted to our phones and more unplugged. The other piece is to do something that requires you to be unplugged in the first place, right? So this could be a number of things, whether it's to go hiking, to go on a workout, to play a board game. Now look, I know all three of those that I've already listed have apps that help you do those things. And that's the way that society is. But you can do any of those without having to have your phone with you. And think of any number of things, friends, your family, even your work environment, that you can do and accomplish in a great way and have a great time doing without your phone. And those are just a few of the ways that we can regain margin in our own kind of life when it comes to being unplugged. Now, we discussed many more options and more tips and secrets that you can listen to help you become even better unplugged, have that balance in your life that you seek on our podcast, on Passing Baton Leadership Podcast, on our newest show that's coming out. Now, think about some consequences of this. There's many physical elements from soreness and actually numbness into your fingertips from texting so much, to back pain, everything in between from your phones. They can do so much physical harm for such a little body of the phone. It's kind of amazing how much damage they can do to us as individuals. Also, the benefits include less stress, more focus in your life, less anxiety, which we could all use as well, right? So a lot of great benefits of lowering that screen time. And there's also consequences when our screen time increases. So make sure that you're having a great balance in your life, staying disconnected when you can, and make it better tomorrow.